Okay, good. And then last team I want to talk about is the Houston Astros. What did they do?
The Astros, they didn't do too much. They brought in, I believe, Dalton Varsho was the name they brought in. They didn't make too many moves. Nobody in the AL West really made that many moves. The Rangers sat around and didn't do too much. The Mariners, they sold away Luis Castillo again. He wasn't having his best year, but they didn't do all that much. And so the Astros, who are also on a bit of another run, they're at 59 and 56, I believe, right now, leading the AL West. They brought in Dalton Varsho out in the outfield, and they're a good team. They're looking to win the AL West, and I think they did just enough, but I think they did just enough because nobody else in the West really did much to go with them.
Yeah, okay, good. And teams that are on hot streaks right now, we've got Houston Astros. They're playing really, really well. Boston Red Sox are probably on the biggest streak. Tigers have won 4 in a row. Of course, they did play a minor league baseball team essentially for 3 of those games. And I know Seattle's their big bats are not performing as well as they did last year. But who else is like surprising, like on a good run? Anybody else?
I mean, the Cubs are playing well right now. I mean, they just beat the
Dodgers. Yep.
They beat them. They actually beat them. They beat them twice,
yeah.
2 times in a row. So they're playing well right now.
The Padres have won 9 of their last 11 to catch the Diamondbacks and looking for that wild card spot. They're obviously not going to be able to catch the Dodgers, but they're 1 game behind that wild card spot, and if they win their series tonight against Arizona, they will be in that wild card spot. Winning 9 of their last 11 has surely helped them get back into that race and made them buyers at the deadline.
And how many wild cards are there? And is Padres already a lock for a wild card, you think? There's no way they're going to fall out of it. They're going to be in the playoffs no matter what.
There's 3 wild card teams. They're not in there right now, but I think with the moves at the deadline and just looking at the NL wild card race, the Cubs and Phillies both added at the deadline. I think those 2 are basically the locks in the wild card for the NL. And I think it will come down to the Diamondbacks and the Padres, and based off the moves made at the deadline and which teams are playing better baseball right now, I think I'd have to put the Padres over Arizona at the moment.
Sports fans, are you ready for a different kind of sports experience? Welcome to FreneticPace.com, where the action never slows down and conversations go beyond the scoreboard. From breaking news and game analysis to bold opinions, stories, and moments that make sports unforgettable, Frenetic Pace at FreneticPace.com brings fans closer to the teams and athletes they love. Whether you're a diehard fan, a casual observer, or someone who just loves great sports conversations, Frenetic Pace delivers the energy, insight, and passion you're looking for. Join the conversation today at FreneticPace.com. Frenetic Pace, fast, fearless, and fueled by the love of sports. So let's just talk about each division. I know we've talked a lot about the AL East. I think the Yankees are going to end up prevailing there. What do you think about the Central and the West in the AL?
I think the Central is a lot more interesting than it was than the last time we did this. I hate it because I can't quit Detroit even after the moves, even after trading away Skubal and Mize. The batters lineup is a solid lineup. It's just the rotation is questionable until Job and Flaherty come back, and the bullpen they did not do anything with the bullpen. So as of right now, I like the young and exciting White Sox, but when push comes to shove, Cleveland time and time again seems to prevail. So looking at it right now, I'm looking at Cleveland to top that division, but I just can't quit Detroit.
And both Cleveland and the White Sox are coming to Detroit that next week, right?
Yeah, they got.
Is it 6 games or 7 games?
The Tigers got 7 games against each team left.
Okay.
The one thing we've been talking about is so against the Guardians, they are currently Tigers, of course, are 0-6 against the Guardians. So season series, winning the season series matters because if it's going to be close, so the Tigers technically are 2.5 games back in Cleveland, not 1.5, because they have to have one more, because I don't think they're going to go 7-0 against them. Maybe, but I don't think so.
Right.
So the Cleveland's going to win that series. Chicago, season series. Chicago, they're 3-3. Minnesota, they're currently 2-5. They played 7. They only have 6 left in Minnesota. I mean, the Tigers, so they're going to get better with, so Jackson's supposed to come back Saturday. He's going to start, but I mean, yeah, he's not going to come out throwing 80, 90 pitches probably first game, right? He's going to be on somewhat of a pitch count. Jack shouldn't be much far behind. So when those guys come back, it's going to be virtue Ty is going to be able to be in the bullpen, and then Brant Herter actually is on a rehab assignment. That's going to be a big lefty that they could theoretically get from the bullpen. Yolber Diaz, who actually you saw pitch the 9th last night. I mean, he's kind of an unknown, but you saw he had 96, 97, 98. He struck out 2 guys. He's a little wild erratically. If they can get that somewhat controlled, he has some stuff that this bullpen has not had, or someone throwing like that.
Right.
So, and River Ryan, who they got in the trade, the second he's healthy, he's going to be in Detroit. So I do think the bullpen has a chance to get better just by those guys that I named, and then some people getting healthy, and even when Jackson comes back, because it'll push some people to be able to kind of come out of the bullpen and just give them some strength that way.
Yeah, and the Tigers bullpen, the number one problem with them is they have no swing and miss, and then when you are playing 1-run games, you're in danger of going into extra innings, and now you've got a guy in second base with no swing and miss. And it's just might as well just end the game because
it's not just, I mean, it's swing and miss for sure, but it's also a combination of they have trouble. Sometimes they walk guys, right? So that is in that.
Not walk guys in extra innings with the guy in second base.
Remember, last Wednesday when Kyle he came and walked, and it's what did I say to you guys in the stands? You're up 7-1 and you walk a guy. Remember when I looked at you guys and said that? It's just you
groove it,
just
see what happens.
Exactly. So, I mean, again, and going back to why that last Wednesday, it's like Scott Harris would said it kind of seemed like Wednesday was the day. At some point, the math is the math, and I've been saying that for a couple weeks or even a month, while longer. You just have to look at the math, and it's not impossible. I mean, they're 4.5 with 48 left. I'm sorry, 48 left, right? 49 left, something like that. Not impossible. It's just they got to win games, and they're gonna tonight is they got to get at least 1 or 2 more, one more against Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, we saw nothing out of Seattle last night just because of Troy Melton, who's pitching for Detroit tonight.
Drew Anderson is starting,
okay,
but it'll be probably 2-3 innings depending on, of course, pitch count and how he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I would guess Ty Madden's on his back, but
so they've got Seattle's got a better chance tonight, is what you're saying.
Both games, and I think I said that I said that in the video. I mean, that's why last night was really important for them to win, because they absolutely. I mean, Emerson Hancock is a very good pitcher. I would say he
didn't look like it last night.
No, but
everyone's got an off day.
It happens. It's the major leagues. It's going to happen, right? Christopher Sanchez had a game where he gave up 9. I'd still take him just about over almost anybody. Yeah. So it happens. Because Brian Wu, again, I said in my video that I did last night, he has a 2.2 ERA at home. Even if you saw he's 4.5 ERA overall, he's a much different pitcher at home. And then tomorrow is Bryce Miller, who is very good, under 3 ERA, and I was there on the Saturday. He pitched to Comerica, and he diced him up 6 innings, gave up 1 hit. So
then the AL West, Astros.
Yeah, they've been coming on.
I think they've picked it up. They've picked up steam, and the Rangers and the Mariners have been falling off. The Mariners they looked lost last night. I don't expect them to look as lost tonight, but Houston's been picking it up, and I think they've been the best team in that division all along, all season, and they're finally just now playing like it and finally pulling ahead.
Yeah.
And they have one of the most exciting baseball players in the major leagues.
Yes,
they do.
And they also have postseason experience.
Yeah,
And so I think they're dangerous.
Oh, for sure.
they're very dangerous.
Yeah.
They are.
All right, and then we got the NL East.
The Braves have won 6 in a row.
Wow.
So they pushed that lead back out because the Phillies had some problems for a little bit, even though the Phillies also have won 4 in a row. But, the Phillies had a little bit of a lull until this past week. So we'll see what happens there. 7.5 with, 45, 50 games left is a lot to ask. So I would think, the Braves are in a good spot there. But, the Phillies are going to make the playoffs and be there.
In the wild card spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
Phillies are locking the wild card, and the addition they made of Luis Ariz the deadline. Watch out on defense, but they're going to be a good offensive team, but that defense is going to be iffy in Philly, which is why I believe in Atlanta just solidifying the East.
The Phillies are good in the playoffs, though. Watch
They're
out.
really good.
All right, NL Central.
NL Central, I think, is Milwaukee's to lose. Chicago is basically a lock, I think, for that top wild card spot. They're only 5.5 games back and to catch Milwaukee, but Milwaukee's just been doing so well. Their rotation's really good. Jacob Mizorowski is the NL Cy Young favorite, and they've just been dominant all season long, and so I can't see them losing that lead to Chicago even after the move Chicago made.
Okay.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see either of those two teams playing LA in the championship series for the NL.
Right. All right, and then NL West.
NL West, just let's put it on a bow for the Dodgers. And
Yeah.
I think Padres and Diamondbacks can go in a boxing ring, put on a few gloves, and battle it out for that last wild card spot.
Yeah.
So the Dodgers, they've already got the highest payroll in baseball, right? 2027, we're talking about potentially a lockout. Now you got the Tarek Skubal thing. He wants hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, how does that play out? And are the Dodgers going to become like this huge villain in this whole situation?
Well,
They already are.
Yeah, they probably already are.
Okay.
Everybody.
But at the same time, the Mets. I guess the Mets are looked at like a inept villain. But I don't know. It very well could be some type of lockout. I don't know. I think there's a lot of reasons that the players. So the players also, they lock out. They're not getting paid, right? They lose their money unless signing bonus. They still get paid, but semantics.
What happens to the minor leagues during a lockout? AAA.
They still play.
Yeah.
They still play.